everyone, this is Lone Wolf VR. Welcome you back to more discussion on PlayStation VR 2. I also want to thank Decepticon again for letting me use some of his great music that he makes. You should check him out sometimes if you get the chance. Decepticon.com. He has all kinds of great music that he makes and mixes together, and as you've heard before and on my other videos, it's very well made. So you can check them out there or check them out on Twitter under the same name. Thus far, this week we had a lot of stuff going on. I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before. We had Sony coming out with a blog fest of a lot of PlayStation VR 2 type stuff. And they just rapid fired everything, a lot of release dates, a lot of information. One of them was Journey to Foundation, which we've already heard about before. And I believe that was one of their state of plays. But we found out it's actually coming out October 26th. I know, another October game. That one's looking actually pretty good. We also got, let's see, what is this? Heroes of Forever that's going to be coming out sometime this year that they announced. I assume this year, we'll see. We also got a demo for, let's see, Lemmings Like Puzzles. Another VR game coming out. Was it 10 Hearts? Yeah, 10 Hearts. That's a puzzle VR game that's going to be coming out sometime soon. They said a demo is going to be actually coming out November the 2nd. I assume that they wouldn't be that far behind there for a release date. We also have Tiger Blade for PSVR2 coming out. That's a grappler, a shooter. Said it's a slash through Neo Korea with Tiger Blade. Comes out November 17th. And we also have Foglands that's coming out October 31st. So on Halloween itself. So we'll finally get our hands on that. That was on a state of play as well. And there's also like a million other games. October literally has 15 games coming out all at once, which isn't a bad thing, but it's seeming bigger than we had in August or whatever we were expecting. We also have games that still don't have release dates that are supposed to come out in October. We still don't know when Phasmophobia is going to come out. We just know it's supposed to come out in October, so we're still waiting to figure out what exact date that's going to happen. But we're just waiting to see. They just dropped all this stuff. They dropped a video and everything else on all that information, so you can check their Twitter or their blog post to actually get more specific stuff on that. We also found out that Red Matter, the first game, is actually going to be dropping on PlayStation VR 2 coming October 5th. So very soon, within the week. And that one's going to be having new 4K textures, new controls. Obviously, you need new controls because it has different controllers, and it should, be a lot better. It also got foveated rendering, 90 frames per second with no reprojection. So I haven't played either one of them yet. I have Red Matter for the PSVR 1. But I haven't played it yet. I actually got the physical one that I believe I got from Limited Run Games. I think that's where it was somewhere behind me. But this will give me a reason to actually play it because it's a free upgrade. So I can just do that and play that, and then it will give me more reason to buy the second one because it's supposed to be one of the best looking games on PSVR 2. And I would like to see that. But yeah, anyone that already owns it will get that free upgrade, so about a week from now. You'll be looking forward to that. Firewall. I know you've heard plenty about that. Firewall Ultra patch 1.09 came out yesterday with many fixes for a lot of problems. Not all the fixes, but they had. I'm actually going to be reading from the notes themselves on their webpage, because when they tweeted it out, they actually gave a link to that. They added safeguards against conditions that could result in a reset of user rank and progress. Like, it never happened to me, but some people were having to where their rank would completely reset, which would be it would suck. Like, if you're like level 15 and then you go back from the start, if they can't fix that. Implemented idle detection and kick for AFK players in public game modes, which I've run into several of those, where you just have AFK players on one side of the team, just they're nonstop would be running off other players, no fun for anyone. So apparently how that's supposed to work is by the end of the match, I believe, if there's still no movement, it auto kicks them. I haven't seen anyone since then that's AFK, so we'll have to see if it's working. I mean, if we don't see anyone, maybe that means it's working. So, because they were saying, yeah, addressed issue where AI did not detect AFA players in exfil. They also temporarily limited the maximum squad size of players to 3 people in public for exfil, because there's another issue apparently. I don't know what issue that is, but until that's fixed, they're not going to have that. They also fixed a condition where some players would not see assignments, which we actually saw where assignments are actually showing now at the end of the matches, so you know what progress you're making. And also fixed a bug where if you accepted assignments, they would reset every 24 hours. I can confirm that that did get fixed. So if you don't get it done today, you're still going to have a chance to keep doing them until you're done with them. They did some tuning on the player versus enemy difficulty. They added the ability to cancel a matchmaking request from the home menu in the safe house. Implemented a momentary cooldown for processing cancellations of matchmaking. They fixed the condition where the C4 clacker would disappear without detonating the C4. I don't have that yet, so I have no idea. Fixed an issue with ADS appears to be twisted sideways in third person for left-handed players. Addressed an issue with the pose of the TAR glasses in the tutorial. Corrected some hand poses on weapons to address some clipping issues. Addressed issues pertaining to handrails. Hand guards and rail attachments on the XMR90 and the Stalker. I've actually seen that, so good thing they fixed that. Addressed some minor LOD issues on some weapons and attachments. Fixed for LOD popping, bad reflections, and player collision on several maps. Added a user-facing option to change the behavior of the quick swap button. That one is still not right. They still have work to do on that one. Basically, it lets you change the option. So if you do the quick change button that would normally bring up your knife, instead it'll bring up your secondary weapon, aka your handgun. But what it's doing in practice is every time you load into another area, it is changing that or bugging out so that you go back to the knife. And so you have to go back into the settings and the options and flip it back to the old thing and back to the new one to fix that, which is really annoying. So that's fixed and also not fixed at the same time. Got more work to do on that. See, disable the invite option from within the public lobby. Blood effects have been updated and added to projectiles. Skill descriptions have been updated, and they also updated the patch notes UI. So right now we're still stuck waiting on the rest of they're still supposed to be working on other stuff. They're going to be working on ADS, giving us more options for that. They still have to nerf Diaz, which we found out from rushing with DS is super powerful because you can get on someone so fast. So that's coming in the future. They said they're wanting to get these out like once a week. This one was like a week and a half or so between the last one and this one, something like that. So hopefully they stick to that. But overall, it was when I played yesterday, it was a lot smoother. And if someone dropped, we were getting a new player pretty dang quickly. So, you know, good fixes along with some other problems caused with them. But most of the stuff they know about, and they're going to be fixing as time passes. So it shouldn't be a huge issue for that much longer. But that's about all I had for now. October is going to be a very busy month, so we look forward to that. I don't know how many of the games for that I'm going to get. It really depends. There's several that I obviously want. I want Phasmophobia. I want Madison VR whenever it comes out, and the rest of them I'll just have to see the prices and how much I feel about them at the time. Like I know Among Us, I don't think that's October. We don't actually have a release date for that yet, but that's gonna be $10 whenever it comes out. So that one I'll probably grab. You know, it's only $10 and it looks pretty fun. But that's about all I'm going to have. I can go ahead and close that out. And I hope y'all all have a good day.